Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of Starships and Steel. We're going to talk about dice, so stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. So like I said, we're talking about dice. A couple days ago, I made a blog post about making some combat dice for Conan 2D20, pretty basic system. I'm going to go over that a little bit more in depth and the kind of pens to use and the kind of pens to not use, because some of them work better than others. In other news, I'm going to, drink a beer and talk to you guys for a couple seconds. I'll put the time the dice starts down below so you guys can fast forward if you want to. If you guys like my shirts, there's going to be a link down below again to TeePublic, where I get them. I get all my shirts from there. They last a pretty good amount of time. They're not hugely expensive. They're, same like T-Fury, all those kind of places. They're artists who submit designs based on cool things. And you can buy them, and then you can wear them. I wear a lot of Conan t-shirts because I love Conan. But if you go down there, use that link and buy them, I'll get a small commission, and that'll help out the channel, and it'll keep me making videos. Well, I'm not going to stop either way. I don't actually care that much, but I thought I'd give it a shot, see what you guys think. There's also going to be a link down to Drive-Thru RPG, same deal. I'm going to have links to useful things and cool ideas and concepts on my blog and on my videos. There'll also be links down below, of course, to the dice from AliExpress, which again, give me a small commission if you guys choose to buy them through my link. So, without further ado, I'm going to take this beer. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to make some dice. So, stay tuned. Alright, so sorry for the crappy audio on the first part. I forgot to record. We're going to start with some basic blank 16mm dice. They're just basic. They're kind of the same size you get in most board games. These are some different pens we're going to look at. We got kind of like a super fine point Sharpie. This would be good for drawing really fine designs if it worked, but sadly it does not. We'll take a look at why in a second. This is the regular fine point Sharpie. This worked the best, I thought. You just draw your little pattern on there for testing. Let those dry for about 10 seconds, and I swear they're drawn on there. The black was a bad color. It just washes out the actual ink on the dice. But check that out. Sharpie, no problem. That super fine point though, wipes right off. So let's try some Copic alcohol markers. These work pretty good, but the colors are a little bit washed out, I thought. So a couple different brands. First one's a Copic. This one's just a generic Michaels Artist Loft alcohol marker. So 2 different nibs. We're going to use the brush nib on this, give it a shot. So you can actually see this happy face in real life, but again, because of the black, it washes out. You can't. Try the blue, see that a little bit, then it goes away. Bad choice on my part. So these do not wipe off, but the color's a little bit washed out. So whatever. Good thing about these, you get some acetone. You can wipe them off and start again. The acetone does not affect the acrylic dye. It's really good. So here, let's build some combat dice for Conan. Need a 1 and a 2. Just like that. And then 2 sides have to say effect. So we'll write an E here, and we'll write an E here. These sides take about 10 seconds to dry if I didn't mention that. Do another one here real quick. So I have 2 combat dice. There we go. So I went over that on the blog, but we'll talk about these in a bit more detail here in a second. They work pretty good. Get a good idea of how they work there. So, nice. So other ideas, you could make like a D6 random forest encounter kind of idea. So it's a forest, so we'll make 3 sides of this into trees. Because that's what we want, mostly trees, because you're in a forest, right? You can use like a hex crawl. We'll turn this over here, and maybe we'll draw some runes on this side, so players encounter some runes, see what's in there. Wrecked old civilization. Maybe they encounter a swamp. That's pretty good. And maybe some hills. Now you got some cool custom terrain dice. So we'll just roll that. You get a tree. I would zoom in, but you actually can't see the rolls. This didn't work out nearly as well as I want, because again, that black washes out the black on the die. There's a good tree there. Another good tree there. Maybe we'll zoom in on those when I finish my audio video editing. But so now they got to go in the runes. What are we going to do there? Let's make another die. Let's make a die with a room on it. Just like that. And then we'll flip it over to one other side and we'll make a straight corridor. So we're just going to make a D6 with some dungeon geomorph passages on it. That's pretty good. Maybe a set of stairs that go down or up, whatever you want. Flip it over. We're going to make some corridors that turn. I probably should have, I do 2 corner things. I should have probably done a T intersection as well, but I didn't, so whatever. Even though the dice stuck to my fingers there for half a second because the ink wasn't dry yet. And finally, let's put a trap on here. There you go. Now we can roll that. Again, you can't see them with crap on this. So, but you get the idea. It's like rolling a D6 geomorphs. If you had another die, you could maybe work them together to get a cool dungeon. You have to use your brain a little bit to make these fit on your map, but just map mode as you go. Pretty good idea. Use for any kind of thing you want, like, I don't know, daylight, but pretty cool, or weather, whatever. Pretty quick, easy way to make dice, so if you like that, there you are. Alright everyone, so that was the dice. They're pretty cool, they're pretty easy to make. So far they're pretty robust. I haven't thrown them in dice bags and shook them around yet, but in general, just with my dice tray, they've been pretty good. And like I say, I've been using that one with arrows on it to determine random location, direction. Quite a bit. So anyways, if you like the video, of course, hit me down there with a like. And if you want to see more awesome content, subscribe to the channel because we always have more content. Sometimes once a week, sometimes every 2 weeks right now. Things are a little bit busy. We have a lot of stuff coming up with the summer. I'm trying to post more to the blog as well. I'll put I think the link's down below for that as well. But if it's not, I'll make sure it is. And don't forget, if you guys like the t-shirts, TeePublic, I think there's a sale this weekend, in fact. So check that out. Down below there's going to be links to the dice, then links to Drive-Thru RPG if you want to buy some cool RPGs from those guys. I use them extensively for most of my stuff. And with that, like, subscribe, comment, share. See you next week on Starships and Steel.